Bonjour tout le monde et bienvenue à jour 4 des 12 jours d'entraînement. Aujourd'hui, on va faire une séance de yoga, alors suivez et profitez de cette séance. Welcome to day 4 of the 12 days of fitness. Today is Yuletide yoga, so enjoy the yoga session. Hello everyone and welcome to Yuletide yoga. We are going to go through 6 or 7 movements that are for yoga. If you require any modifications, then I will suggest some from time to time, but try to follow along as best as you can. And if you ever feel overwhelmed by any position in the yoga, all you do is just hold a child's pose, which looks like this. And just kind of breathe and cool down in that position. Alright, so the three of us, we're going to start in mountain pose. So I want everybody to bring your feet close together. That way we can stand as tall as we possibly can, as tall as a mountain. Reach down and spread your fingertips. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through your mouth. Again, inhale. And exhale. And inhale and exhale. Very nice. On our next inhale, let's take a deep breath in and open up those lungs and bring the arms overhead. And as we exhale, we're going to bow forward and reach for the toes, forward fold. On your next inhale, come up halfway. And on your next exhale, lower back down, trying to get those palms to the floor if you can. If not, ankles, shins, calves, knees, whatever you can reach, try and help yourself come down. Now from here, step back or walk yourself forward into plank. Back to downward facing dog, lifting your bum up into the air, pushing your head through your arms, ears beside your biceps, pushing your heels towards the floor, and make sure we're taking big, deep breaths here. Now place one of your feet closer to the center, the other foot is coming up into the air in three-legged dog. Inhale, and as you exhale, drive your knee forward into cheetah. Knee to nose if you can. On your next inhale, come back up to three-legged dog. And on your next exhale, come through to pigeon, placing your shin on the floor and lowering your hips as low to the floor as you can while keeping your chest over top of your shin and knee. Now another deep breath in. As you exhale, fold forward as far as you can. Or you might be more comfortable just staying up on your hands. That's totally fine. We're going to hold that forward fold for 3 breaths. 1 has already elapsed. Good, now come back up, if you weren't already, onto your hands. Curl your back toes under. Now let's come back into that plank and then push back into downward facing dog. We're going to lift the opposite leg up this time, so center one of your feet, lifting up into the air for three-legged dog. And as you exhale, drive your knee to your nose, cheetah. And now back up. And on your next exhale, we're driving the knee through into pigeon. Okay, now from here you can choose to either stay sitting up or you can forward fold. And we're going to stay here for 3 breaths. My ambassadors are crazy flexible. I am just chilling up here. Okay, come back to your hands if you're not already. Curl your back toes under. And now let's come back to that plank position. Now walk your hands back or walk your feet into your hands, into that forward fold position. Bend your knees if you need to or not. You can just roll up one vertebrae at a time. Back to a standing position. Very nice. Ok, on va faire la deuxième fois en français. Ok, alors on met les pieds ensemble. Ok, on est comme une montagne. On monte la poitrine, on ouvre la poitrine et les poumons. 3 grandes respirations. Inspire du nez. Souffle de la bouche. 2 fois encore. Et 3e fois. Il faut respirer avec l'intention ou avec intention, je veux dire. Très bien. On croise les bras et on monte les bras dans les airs quand on prend une grande inspiration. Et en expirant, on va plier vers l'avant, les mains au sol, ou sinon on attrape les chevilles, les mollets, quoi que ce soit. Grande inspiration, on remonte juste à moitié et on rebaisse les mains jusqu'au sol si on est capable. Grande respiration. Maintenant, on va marcher les mains jusqu'en planche. Ok, on peut séparer les pieds à ce point-ci. Là, on va monter les fessiers dans les airs. Pour chien tête basse. Mettez une jambe ou un pied au centre et on va monter l'autre jambe. Grande respiration. Et en expirant, on amène le genou au nez. Et on tient le guépard. Et on remonte un chien à 3 pattes. Et on expire en amenant le genou en pigeon. Lorsqu'on est là, on prend une grande respiration et soit qu'on reste sur les mains ou on plie vers l'avant. Si vous voulez rester sur les mains, ça ne dérange pas. Si vous voulez vous plier vers l'avant et vous longer un petit peu vers l'avant, vous pouvez faire ça. 3 grandes respirations. Si vous n'êtes pas déjà, vous pouvez vous redresser, retrousser les orteils. Pendant votre prochaine respiration, on reprend la position de planche et on remonte les fessiers dans l'air. On met l'autre pied au centre et on lève chien à 3 pattes. Et on amène le genou au nez, guépard. Tout en inspirant, on amène la jambe en arrière. Et en expirant, on amène le genou entre les poignets pour pigeon. On baisse les hanches et on plie vers l'avant. On va rester là pendant 3 grandes respirations où on va inspirer du nez et on va souffler ou expirer par la bouche. Bravo, bravo, bravo. On retrousse les orteils. On se redresse si vous n'êtes pas déjà. On retrousse les orteils. On met les mains au sol et on revient dans la position planche. Ok, là on recule les mains jusqu'aux pieds. Et là, si vous avez besoin, pliez les genoux pour les ischio-jambiers. Sinon, on remonte, on déroule une vertèbre à la fois. Oh, et on peut baisser un petit peu les manches des shorts si on... Voilà. Okay. Last one here, everyone. Feet together. Tall like a mountain. Spread your fingertips. 3 deep breaths in through the nose. Out through the mouth. Again, shoulders down and back. And one more time. Very good. This time folding our hands, taking a deep breath in, arms up, and forward fold down. To the floor if you can. If not, we'll grab onto our ankles, our shins, our knees. You heard it all before. Inhale and come up to your knees halfway. And exhale, folding forward, back down to your maximum stretch. Walking your hands forward into a plank position. Separate your feet here if you wish. And now pushing your hips up into the air, downward facing dog. Bringing one foot into the center, lifting the opposite foot up as high as you can. Three-legged dog. Inhale. And as we exhale, we drive through to cheetah. And inhale, leg comes back up. And as we exhale, we're going to drive the knee through into a pigeon position. Putting the back foot, top of the foot on the floor, deep breath. And if you wish, you can fold. If you want to stay up on your hands, you are more than welcome to do so. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. 2 more breaths. Again. And now we can sit up in this position if you weren't already. Curl your back toes under, and now come back to a plank position. Drive your hips into the air, downward facing dog. Center one of your feet, lifting the opposite into the air. Three-legged dog. And as you exhale, drive through to cheetah. Inhale, lifting up to three-legged dog. And then drive your knee through to pigeon. Driving your hips forward and down. And now again, deep breath and forward fold. Okay, if you wish. 2 more breaths here, everyone. Have to breathe with intention. Good. Sitting up, if you weren't already. Back to your hands. Curl the toes under. And now we're going to come back to that plank position and walk our feet back into our hands. At this point, bend your knees if you need to. If not, keep your legs straight and then roll up 1 vertebra at a time to a standing position. And it doesn't matter what I do, my shorts always become a diaper. There we go. Thank you everyone for joining us for Yuletide Yoga. I hope this helps your festive season stay nice and stretchy. Make sure to find the mystery word, and also throughout this 12 Days of Fitness Challenge, replay this video as many times as you wish, because there's no limitation on mobility. Merci tout le monde et bonne journée. On se voit demain.